Good afternoon, Miss Medina. Good afternoon, Miss Samantha. Okay lang. Good afternoon, Miss Bautista.
Oo.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lakaba. Okay, since we are already, it is already 12:10. Um, shall we start? Good afternoon, Mr. Gomez. Good afternoon, Miss Bote. Okay, let us wait for a few more minutes for those who are still not here. Good afternoon, Mr. Cruz. Good afternoon, Mr. Abella. Good afternoon, Mr. Hoxon.
Good afternoon po. Kain na po.
Have you already eaten, Mr. Hoxon?
Hindi pa po. Kakain pa.
Di
Pwede
pa.
pa ako kumain, sir.
Sure, but make sure that we won't be able to hear you eating.
Okay
Okay
po.
lang din naman. And
Thank
make sure to answer whenever I call your name.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Miss Zaira and Miss Lanel. What do you think, class? Should we wait for a few more minutes?
Sige po, sir.
Okay, let us wait for a few more minutes. We shall wait until 12:20 only, and then we will start the class. Good afternoon, Mr. Mahinay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Miss Parale. Good afternoon, Miss Espedido. Good afternoon, Mr. Ferrer. Okay, so before we start, I would like to know how your day was. How was your day, Mr. Mahinay? Mr. Mahinay, are you there? Okay, so you're okay. I'm glad that your day was fine. How about you, Mrs. Maria? Mainit, yeah. It's really hot today.
Yes. Yes, sir. Ano po yun, sir?
What? I'm sorry.
Hello? Hello?
Um, I can't hear you, Mrs. Maria.
Hello? Hello, sir?
Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. So how was your day, Mrs. Maria?
Oh, okay naman po, sir. Kind of tiring because there's a lot of deadlines.
Yeah. I heard that um your exam was already on Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
So good luck. Good luck. Good luck to all
Yes.
of you.
Thank you po, sir.
I know that you'll be able to do your best on that exam.
Thank you, sir.
How about you, Mr. Hoxon? How was your day?
Sakit po sa ulo.
Why?
Kasi ang dami pang pinagagawa eh.
Even
Tapos,
on other even on the other subjects?
apa,
Good luck on that. May you finish it early. Let's see. Let's call on other people. How about you, Mr. Palines? How was your day?
Stress po sir, tsaka inaantok pa ako ngayon eh.
Why?
Ang dami po kasing ginagawa. Ang dami pong pinapagawa. Natambakan na po ng activity.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't be giving you that much activity for today or tomorrow. Don't worry. But I'll be giving you a short quiz. Mm. Yeah. Even our schedule, we also have a lot of deadlines. So how about you, Miss Jashin?
Stress na.
Stress na. I know that you can do it. How about you, Miss Yumi?
Stress po, tas ang init pa.
So every one of you is really stressed right now, no? Same, same lang tayo lahat. Now, we also have too many deadlines. Yeah, I also thought of that too. Parang ano, para mauna pa maubos yung ano kaysa sa task. No, don't think of that, Mr. Palines. Everything shall pass, and you will also pass. Remember, guys, as long as there is tomorrow, there will always be a way for you to accomplish those tasks. So it's already 12:22, and let's start. So, wag, wag na tayo mag-aaral. No, it is actually important um, for for us to study. Even me, I'm also currently studying. So although it is understandable that all of you think that way, but still, um, we don't have we don't have a choice because it is important for us to study in order for us to improve our quality of life. Yeah, yun. Laban lang na laban, guys. We will accomplish our dreams one day. So let's get on with the lesson. So they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So for the next activity, uh, I would like to ask you about your opinions and your insights regarding the pictures that I will show you. There is no right or wrong answer. I just need you to Give your thoughts on the picture, on what the picture shows. So let us continue. So here is the first picture. So what are your observation? Yes, Mr. Oxon, do you want to say something?
Poverty, sir.
Poverty. Okay. How about you, Miss Albania? Yes, kahirapan.
Mga batang lansangan po.
Okay. Um, Children who are very poor or in the um, lower levels of society. Indigents. Yes, Miss Jashin. What else? Homeless. Okay. The children who lives in streets. Okay, very good, guys. So, any more answer? Do you have any other answer? Would you like to expound um on what was previously said by your classmates? How about okay, children who seek food in the garbage, so lacking stable lacking stable what? Okay, so as you can see, they also smile despite their destitution. Very good, Miss Jashin. Um, street street children. You may also talk on the mic, guys. I also would like to hear your voice. They don't have anywhere to go, so because they are poor, and so they live in the streets. Okay, very good, Mr. Palines.
Tsaka po sir, wala pong trabaho yung pamilya nila kaya po ganyan po yung ano nila.
Okay, very good, Mr. Palines. Anyone else? Does anyone else have a different answer or would like to answer? Feel free to talk, guys. Okay, they could have been abandoned by
Um,
their parents. Very good, Mr. Mahinay. Yes, Miss Jashin.
I think it also depicts the privation in life.
They are
Pwede po.
deprived of life. Okay. How about you, Mr. Abella?
Some children left their own parent and because they don't have money, and some children poor they because their parents have died.
Okay, some of them became poor because their parents died. Okay, a very good answer, Mr. Abella. Okay, so maybe yes, maybe they have family problems or something that okay that depicts the responsibility of their parents. Yes, very good, Miss Jashin. All of your answers are really great, and it shows your deep view about this picture. So let us continue with the next picture. So how about this one?
Poverty.
Okay, you also answered
Ganun din
poverty,
po sa unang pick po,
Lack
kahirapan
of
din po.
food.
lack of food. Yes, Miss Claudine.
Yun, sir, kilala naman po sa topic.
I'm sorry. What?
Lack of food, sir.
Okay, lack of food.
Parang ganun din, sir.
Homeless din.
Poverty lang din.
Okay, poverty. What else? Do you have any other
Sir,
answers?
sir, kahit po isa lang yung pagkain nila, they get to share with each other. They're like resilient in the problem because of survival, sir.
Okay, so very good, Miss Esmeria, Miss Eliza. Despite the limited amount of food that they can eat, they are willing to share it with the other children. Very good. And it also shows that they are resilient. Okay, they don't have enough money for their food. This is why they are sharing. Very good, Mr. Mahinay. Kagutuman. Yes. You have any other answer?
Sir, it
Hmm?
also shows a lack of adequate nourishment or simply malnutrition.
Okay.
Malnourished.
Okay, so the picture shows malnutrition. What else? Unemployment, yes. So I would also like to give my insights on those pictures. Um if you if you don't have any more answer, do you have any more answer before I give my insights on the two pictures? Guys, do you have any more answers?
None, sir.
None. Okay, so here are my insights or my view about this. So my interpretation about these pictures are that um, poverty always affects children the most. Um, despite their despite uh, poverty affecting everyone, it is they are the most affected because they can't afford for education, or even if they could, sometimes they choose not to attend because they don't have any money for the further requirements needed in the school. And also because they are poor, sometimes these children are exposed to violence at an early age, or they are forced to do bad things such as stealing or even child prostitutions. Yes, they are forced to steal. Okay, they are forced to beg for no, just in order to have food for the day. And so, and also they are forced to to do jobs which as we all know they should not even be allowed to do because they are children. They should be playing, and yet some of them are forced to do labors at okay, sometimes they also get desperate just to get what they want. Very good, Miss Bautista. So yeah, that is my that is my outlook on this picture on and the previous one. So how about the next one? How about this one?
Kahirapan pa rin.
Okay, poverty also. What else?
Sir, ano po, mga taong walang maayos na tirahan.
Okay, very good, Miss Cedeño. They don't have any good place to live in. What else? What else? Do you have any other answers,
Sir,
class?
yung sa tingin
Okay.
ko yung ano diyan, yung galing sa probinsya, tapos pumunta ng Maynila tapos walang sariling mga bahay, gano'n.
Okay, people from the province who doesn't have any plan whenever they go to the city, they of course whenever they um, kapag naano sila, since wala nga silang plano, kapag pupunta sila sa Manila, kung saan lang sila tumitira.
Omsim.
Mm-mm. And and anything else? I would like to add on.
Unemployment po, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
so yes, unemployment also causes this uh, the lack of proper place to live. because they can't afford to have to have decent living areas. Okay,
Sir,
anyone else? Yes, Miss Jashi.
no suitable style of living po.
Okay, no suitable style of living. Let us read the comments. So, Mr. Miss Albania said that lack of money because they don't have a job, which is why they can't afford a house. Okay, and Mr. Mahinay said that due to the due to the extreme poverty, they chose to build a house despite building it um, in a place where it is not suitable to live or in a place that is dangerous, such as in on top of rivers. Okay, and Miss Saira said that they have no lack of they lack knowledge about family planning. Okay, okay, so Miss Robles
Sir,
said that that they are informal settlers. Okay, lack of money for Mr. Abella. Okay, yes,
sir, I
who would
think
like to answer?
the picture reveals the people that are unseen by most of the people, especially the government.
Okay, those who were how they say this, they lack support from the government. Okay, very good insight, Mr. Parale. Okay, so according to Mr. Palines, the people who live in this type of um, type of place are those who chose to have a family instead of looking for a decent job first. And because they are not able to get enough money because they don't have any jobs, they are forced to live in this type of situation. Okay. Anything else that you would like to add based on this picture? Okay, so some people get sick because this is the type of place where they live in. Okay, very good, Miss Flores. They don't have enough skills to find work. Yes, because I'm not saying that I'm not saying this applies to all of the people who are living in this type of area, but some of them don't have the proper education, which is why they can't be hired. They can't get hired on good companies. Okay, you can also see the homesteader style in them, which causes by poverty and other issues in life. Very good, Miss Bautista. So according to Miss Martinez, a squatter settlement therefore can be defined as a residential area which has developed without legal claims to the land or permission from the concerned authorities. Okay, this is also applicable, just like what one of you said, wherein people from the province goes to the city in order to find a better life, but instead, since they lack the education needed to find a decent job here, they are forced to build in illegal places, such as those who were previously acquired by other people, and that is how squatters and other settlements start. Very good, Miss Martinez. Okay, so people who live in this place doesn't have any permit and proper education. Very good, Mr. Palines. This they don't, this sila tinatanggap dahil di nakapag-aral. Yes. pag-iiwanan sa pagpapahalaga ng kalikasan. Yes, because um, since they build this on illegal places, some of those places should be considered a danger zone for them and for the other people and even their surroundings since this type of houses doesn't have any proper what do you call that proper garbage disposal system or wala um they don't have the canals which are available in other places and wala silang poso negro they choose to throw their trash in the lake or other bodies of water which causes the body of water to be contaminated. Very good, very good answer. Maybe they can find um, it is often unsafe to live in that place because yeah, trouble and fights also occurs in this type of areas because as you can see they are living in close proximity with one another. So everything that other people say, they also hear it. It can cause pollution. Yes, yes po, doon sila kumukuha ng hanap buhay nila, especially sa mga bata. Sumusulong sila sa ilalim. Can you expound on that idea, Miss Bautista?
Um, Paano kasi, 'di ba po kasi nabanggit niyo po kanina na parang yung mga waste nila dun din nila natatapon. And yung napanood ko po sa isang documentary po, gano'n din po, dun din po sa mismong, pinagtatapunan nila o dinudumihan nila, dun din po sila kumukuha. Yung mga bata po, yung tatrabaho, dun po sila kumukuha ng ikakahanap buhay din po nila. Like pangangalakal po, sumusulong po sila sa ilalim, then may kinukuha po sila dun. After po nun, ibebenta po nila.
Okay, very good. So, just like what Miss Jashin said, some of those people also clean up the polluted rivers or other bodies of water in order to get a few amount of money. Just like just they also take plastics and other materials which can also be recycled and sold at a junk shop. Okay, very good. Anything else? Do you have any other information about this type of picture?
None po.
None? Okay, thank you for your insight. I also learned a lot from you, especially the what Miss Jashin said about those people who take money from working in this type of areas. Very good. I did not know that with local government hindi po bibigyan ng pansin yung may hirap. Yeah. But also sometimes despite support from the government, some of the people who live here doesn't want to relocate to other places because if they have a previous job or if they have a job in that area, they could also get it would also be too far from them, especially if, for example, they were in Manila and then the relocation site was in Cavite. It would be too far for them to commute back and forth, and it will cost them to lose more money of what little they have. Okay, so Miss Parales said that they are used to it. Yeah, some people are already um, used to living their lifestyle that um, they don't want to change it. Kumbaga, nakasanayan. Tama. Very good, Miss Parale. Okay, so all of you gave a lot of insights, and I was able to learn a lot from you. Very good. It shows that your thinking skills are really great and advanced already. And it also shows that in a single picture we can get a lot of details or information about certain people or the way they live. So here is my question for you. The final question. Why do you think that I ask you to do this task? Does anyone have any answer? Why do you think that I asked you to do
Sir,
this task? Yes.
kasi po isa po sa mga katangian po ng researcher na dapat mag-o-observe ka po.
Okay, so yeah, as a researcher, you should be able to discern information or to get information just by observing. Okay, so yes, Miss Abelia, it also teaches you to be analytical. You want us to be informed about it? Yes, that is
Artista
also
po.
a fact, Miss Flores. And I was also very much. It was also very informative to me. Okay, to get information. Yes, Miss Bautista, you would like to answer.
Siguro po, most po dun sa mga picture na shinow niyo po is kadalasan po nakikita yung mga problem. Siguro kaya niyo po pinagawa sa amin or kaya siguro po ganun is para malaman po namin kung ano po ba talaga dapat yung binibigyang pansin sa society, which is may connected po sa research na kung saan kailangan po namin hanapin o alamin talaga yung dapat na pag-aralan na problem sa isang research.
Okay, so yeah. So as a researcher, it is of utmost important for you to not just focus on the problem itself, but also from the root cause, because you will not be able to come up with answers to your questions if you're only looking at the problem itself. Sometimes you also have to look way past that and observe different aspects regarding that life or um, those people on why they behave they behave like that. Anything else? Um, your answers are really good. So, do you have any more answer? It is okay for you to guess. There there is no right or wrong answer. Okay, how about let me call on those who are really quiet today. How about you, Miss Samson? Miss Samson, are you with us? Miss Rachel Ann Samson.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, good afternoon. Why do you think that I asked you to do this task? Hello? Hello? Are you still there, Miss Samson?
Ano po ulit yung tanong, sir?
Are you okay, Miss Samson?
Yes po.
I'm okay. You sound like you are sick, so I thought you were sick. Okay, so let us continue. Why do you think I asked you to do this activity today?
Siguro po para maging aware din po kami sa mga ganyang bagay at lalo na po kapag magkakandak po ng research.
Okay, yes. It is also for you to be aware of things and also to get an idea on what you would like to research. This could also be one of your research problem or the topic of your research. Very good, Miss Samson. Thank you. How about you, Miss Samantha? Miss Sedeño, would you like to answer?
Ano po yun, sir?
Why do you think that um, I asked you to do this stuff? To do this activity.
Sir, as I said po kanina, isa po sa mga katangian ng researcher na dapat po nag-observe ka sa mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran mo po.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Samantha. How about you, Mr. Licudo?
Sir, ako po sir, try po.
Yes, Mr. Cruz.
Ano po sir, para po ma-observe din po yung kapaligiran tas makakuha din po ng information about sa topic.
Okay, to observe the surroundings and to have an idea about what you'll do in research. Very good. How about Mr. Leventino? Mr. Leventino, are you with us? Hello. Okay,
Ay, sorry,
since
sir.
okay. It's okay, Mr. Leventino.
Sorry. Ano po yan, sir, yung tanong niya?
Okay, so before you answer my main question, do you have any insights regarding this picture?
Sir, there's nothing much, sir. Nasabi na nila yung sasabihin ko.
Oh, okay, so
Poverty,
poverty, what else?
tawag dito, unemployment, hindi sila nakatira sa tamang lugar. Immigration, mga taong galing sa province na akala nila kapag pumunta sila ng syudad, maayos na yung problema nila sa finance.
Okay, very good. So here is my actual question. Why do you think that I asked you to do this task?
Sir, ang subject natin is practical research. Part ng practical research yung pagiging analytic natin. So, ini-improve mo siguro, sir, yung pagiging analyzing skill namin.
Okay, very good, Mr. Leventino. Does anyone have any other answer?
Sir, try ko po.
Okay, yes, Mr. Palines.
Ano po, sir, para po makakuha po ng opinion po sa iba't ibang opinion po sa bawat isa po and makakuha po ng valuable information po.
Okay, very good. How about wait, there is some chat. So according to Miss Albania, this could help us if conduct a research and to be aware of our surroundings. Yes. Okay, so let me give you the main reason why. So the reason why I ask you to do this task is because It is also a type of research, of qualitative research. It is a type of research called photoethnography. So when you say photoethnography, it is a type of research that um, that is conducted using pictures, and wherein the researchers explain the pictures instead of interrogating participants. For example, just like this one, we only have pictures, right? So instead of um instead of asking for participants, um this will be our evidence or our source of information. So we will expound on that later. Okay? Um, do you get it, class? Or do you have any further questions about this one?
None po, sir.
Okay. So since you have no more question, let us continue with the review. So before we start our main lesson, um, we shall review the steps in the research process. We shall wait. Um, so as we previously tackled last week, so there are steps in the research process that we should do. So in the first step of research process, it is important for us to know the problem or topic of our research. So when you say research problem, these are the areas of concern that your study aims to answer, such as how a condition can be improved, or um, what specific phenomenon or behavior will we study. So last time I gave you factors to consider when you are selecting a research problem. So could you give me an example of those? I gave you three last time.
Ito po ba yung ano, researcher area of interest?
Okay, so that is one. Can you explain why it is important? Very
Um,
good, Miss Jashin.
from the word itself po, interest, kailangan po yung mga researcher mismo is interesado sila dun sa problem na ginagawa nila or dun sa mismong topic na gusto nilang pag-aralan. So, kailangan po interesado ka dun.
Okay, very good. So it is of utmost important that you are interested um, in the topic that you will conduct, because you will be the one conducting it. And if you are not interested enough in that topic, then it will be easy for you to give up if ever you encounter a problem in your research. And also, since it if you are not interested on your topic, you will only be doing it half-heartedly. Okay. Anything else?
Sir,
Yes, Miss Esmeria.
availability of funds po.
Okay, so why is it important to consider?
Um, the researchers are also need to be financially capable, sir, in doing a research. For example, may mga researchers po kasi na ang scope of study nila is sa province, and nakadistilo sila sa Manila. So they need to travel, so they need money, and sometimes they also they um they also what do you call this? They also purchase materials for their prototype, which is a necessity in doing a research, sir.
Okay, very good, Mrs. Meria. So your availability of funds, you need to consider that because it will allow you to improve on your research, or it allows you to go further when you are researching, because lack of funds can cause you um, to not be able to complete your research because you don't have any money to continue on researching. And there are a lot of expenses when it comes to research, such as one of the main concern about the money is how much will the how much will the book cost, since you also have to book bind it. You have to print everything um, that you that your research has been given. And what else? You also need money for transportation. There are also other expenses if ever you are doing task out of country. So yeah. Oh yeah, also for food. Of course, don't forget about the food. Thank you for reminding me, Miss Bautista. Yeah, especially if you if you like to eat in fancy restaurants or um fast food. What is sasas?
Oh,
What is sasas? I don't know what that is.
sasas po yun, 'di ba? Yung parang chichirya lang sa'yo.
Oh, yung tigpipiso?
Opo, childhood na pang chichirya, gano'n.
Oh yeah. Um, Actually, during this research, you don't really need to give food to the panelists, but during our during our research, or the defense of our research, also of course we gave food to the panelists, or we also gave them drinks, since they have been in the panel for the whole day, especially if you are the last one for the day, and every all of the panelists looks they look they all look tired, so it is really necessary, not really necessary, but it is actually like a common courtesy to give them something such as food or drinks, in order alleviate their um to alleviate their thirst and hunger, and also to give thanks for them in observing you, or in um, sa pag-aanalisa sa naging research niyo. So ayun. Pero that's really funny. I just found out about the name of that sasas. I'm not really what do you call this? Someone who likes chichirya that much. Okay, so next one. We already have two, which is the area of interest and availability of funds. So what is the last one?
Sir,
Yes, Miss Bautista.
investigators' ability and training, tama po ba?
Yes, very good.
Ayun po yung kung ano yung kakayahan mo as researcher, kung, kaya mo bang ma-complete yung ini-invest mong problem.
Okay, so when you talk about thank you, Miss Bautista. When you talk about the investigator's ability and training, it pertains to your just like what the name suggests. It talks about your ability to finish the task, because some of the investigations that you'll do requires you to be not really an expert, but you have to have enough knowledge on the topic in order to bring out the best result in your study. Because if you don't have any, or lack um, if you lack the knowledge about that specific study, then you won't be able to explain it in a way that will be easy for them for other people to understand, or you will not be able to properly analyze the data that you had or that you have. Okay, thank you, Miss Bautista. So next is what else? Okay, so what should you do in order to find background information about your chosen topic?
Sir, what was the question ulit, sir?
What so the second step is to find background information for your chosen topic, right? So what should you do in order to be able to find the best information about
Sir,
those? Okay, yes, Miss Bautista.
siguro po simple as ano, i-try niyo pong ano, parang magta-try po magbasa po ng articles related po dun sa pinili niyo pong problem. Parang RRL po, ganun.
Yes.
Like,
So yes. The second step is about reading related literature. So that was the second step. So anything, can you give me other examples on what you should do in order to get the proper.
Sir.
Yes, Miss Melanie.
Sir, pag ano siguro po sa pagkuha ng background information, siguro po ano sa pag-interview sa mga taong naninirahan diyan, gano'n.
We're still about the reading of related literature
Okay, sorry.
or the RRL. We won't. This step does it still does not come to that point wherein we have to interview. That comes further down the line or further down in the level of steps. But thank you, Miss Melanie, for your answer. At least you know that it is important for you to find proper participants in your study. Okay, so Miss Bautista said that we should we should have a wide range of resources that that we have to read in order for us to, to find the best um to find the best answer or to find um the best idea on our topic. And it is also important for us to read other materials from different country in case they have similar problems to our problem, because sometimes different problem can I mean the same problem but with different variation can happen in other countries or in different countries. So it might be best for us to study also other materials from other countries, not just our own. And we should also focus not only on, just like what I've said, we should read not only about the problem itself, but also about those details or things that may influence our study. And also, we also our reading materials have an expiration date. So why do you think that materials should have an expiration date?
Sir, para maging updated po and since we're talking about like contemporary issues or like current issues, we also need current information and updated solutions, sir.
Okay, very good. Since several um since several information are being discovered every year, even every day, information can be changed, or information can be found on a daily basis using a an article that was published recently is much better than, for example, than using knowledge which than using articles which was published 25 years ago or even 100 years ago, because sometimes those facts can be proven to be untrue in modern times. So um who can give me the, what do you call it, the estimated year or estimated time that
5.
the research materials or the different articles are best in using?
Sabi po dun sa, sa isang subject po namin, um, kaya, pwede pa pong gamitin yung isang article kapag 5 years or earlier po.
Okay, very good. So 5 years yung yung kumbaga ito yung pinaka-best na research na mahahanap nyo. Kasi ito yung mas accurate. So if I were to compare it to something, I would probably compare it to encyclopedia. Alam niyo ba yung encyclopedia class? Naabutan niyo ba yun? I don't think
Yes
na
po.
meron pang encyclopedia ngayon. Meron pa ba?
Meron po sa amin, yung letter A to Z po,
Yes,
encyclopedia.
letter A to Z. It
Meron po.
consists of several books that are of this size. For example, we have an encyclopedia that was um 16 16 books, that consists of 16 books. For example, one book, it only has details about those starting with A. For example, algebra. Every details that was about algebra is written about that. Or about letter Z, for example, zebra, about those animals. It can be found on the last, what they call this, on the last book of the encyclopedia, which consists of everything that starts with letter Z. You can think that you can say na it was like the Wikipedia before the internet. But that encyclopedia also must be replaced yearly. Yes, it also contains inventions. And sa sobrang laki niya, kapag hahanapin mo, minsan kailangan mo pang isa-isahin 'yun. Kasi arrange siya in alphabetical order. And if since you need to upgrade that yearly, because if your encyclopedia came from, for example, if your encyclopedia was from 1975, um, what do you call this, information that was discovered in 1995 won't be included um, in that encyclopedia. And since we don't have any internet back then, um, it is really hard for us to find details if you have outdated source materials. Kaya yun, it is actually important for you to have updated materials. For example, wait, last example. For example, yung Pluto, it used to be the ninth planet, right? Class, are you still there? Hello.
Opo, sir.
Ano po?
Ba tulog na kayo, ah? Okay, so it used to be the ninth planet, right? Pero recent not really recently, parang 10 years ago ba or 12? 12 years ago yata, it was just it was demoted to a dwarf planet. And so we only have 8 planets today. Kaya yun, kaya if you look at it in the point of view of an encyclopedia that was from 20 years or more ago, you will find that it is still referenced as a planet. But if you use encyclopedia from 5 years ago, it will be considered as a dwarf planet. So ganun yun. Nagbabago-bago yung information sa ibang article and sometimes pwedeng ma-disprove yung information kapag sobrang luma na nung article mo. Maaaring ma-discover na mali pala yung conclusion dun sa specific na article na yun. So, yan. So, ayun, let us continue with the main lesson now kasi anong oras na din. So, ayan, our topic for today is quantitative versus qualitative research. So, when you say qualitative research, it is a process of inquiry which seeks to find out the different aspects that influence a person's behavior or to discover the truth regarding a specific phenomena. It also focuses on why certain behaviors occurs and some of, some of examples of qualitative research um, are things such as discourse analysis, historical analysis, and what else? Ethnography, just like what we've tackled earlier, and the phenomenology. Yeah, focus on group. Yes. Okay, so here are the methods in conducting a qualitative research or in gathering data regarding um, regarding the research. So the first one is the focus group. So when you say focus group, it is a type of interview with a small group of like 6 to 10 people who are able to interact with each other. And in this type of interview, the participants are allowed to share their opinion and feedback and knowledge with the other members of the group. So you can say that during our discussion earlier, you can also consider it as a focus group since all of us and all of you are able to properly contribute knowledge to the group and also you are able to add or expound upon the idea of another person or another student. So yun. So next is the in-depth interview. So when you say in-depth interview, it is an interview which aims to dig deeper into the knowledge and experiences of certain individuals, and it also allows the interviewee and interviewer to have the freedom to explore additional points regarding a certain issue or a certain experience. So if I were to give an example about this, um, which one of you watches Boy Abunda
Ako,
class?
sir. Ako po.
Okay, so can you explain how he does his interviews?
Sir, usually Boy Abunda starts his interview like with light questions, like, kunwari, celebrities, parang yung sa simula ng interview niya parang, oh, how about working with ganyan, 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 ganyan. Pero as the interview last, ano po, parang mas nagiging personal and yung kumbaga yung interest ng tao, parang yun po parang yung mga topic na mga tanong na pupukaw po sa audience, yun yung mga tinatanong ni Boy Abunda, which is quite personal po sa interviewee na.
Okay, so tama. That is an example of an in-depth interview kasi the just like what you've said, light interview nga lang yung it starts with a, for example, light interview, and then as the interview goes on, unti-unti siyang nagdidig deeper into the person's opinion and thoughts regarding a certain issue or a certain matter. And it may even get, just like what you said, personal, a bit personal. So that is an example of a depth interview. And next is the photo ethnography. Ito yung ginawa natin kanina. So, photo ethnography, it focuses on with the use of a camera rather than survey questionnaires or um, and interviews. So using this research, the researcher uses the camera to capture the behavior of certain individuals or people instead of personally interacting with them. So as you can see kanina, right, we were able to um, gather idea using a single picture or those three pictures. So an example of that would be who here follows National Geographic on Instagram? Uh, no one follows National Geographic.
Sir, yes, sir. National Geographic, sir.
Okay. So in their in some of their posts, right, there is a picture that contains a story about what that picture pertains to. It explains a certain behavior. For example, if they capture a tarsier doing something that was unusual, um, they observe it and then write it down based on what they have observed. Ayun. So, I saw a lot of those posts in National Geographic, which is actually very informative. So, ayun. Any questions about these methods?
None po, sir.
Okay, Nan, are you sure?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay then. So, ito. As you can see, this is an example of how they conducted a focus group. As you can see, they have a round formation, and everybody is sharing in order to um, come up with a better idea or in order to learn um, better information. Because if you are only relying on a person alone, on one person alone rather, it would be hard for you to gather if to know if an information is biased or if it's correct. So using um, other people and discussing it in a group allows you to discern if a if an information is incorrect. Okay, so ito. This is an example of Boy Abunda's interview. So in here he was interviewing Ping Lacson regarding his stand and opinions about the upcoming elections. Ayun. So next ko na lang before it gets political. So this is an example of photo ethnography. As you can see, there is a headline there. So the headline is in Nigeria's economic metropolis Lagos. Um, Gentrification pushes the poor into the slums on top of the water. So as you can see, they are trying to explain what happened in the picture. And using the picture, you will be able to see the way of life of these people and how they interact with their surroundings. And as you can see, um, they are living in poor conditions, and I think that the river is actually a bit polluted. And also, those houses are not suitable for living because um, concrete materials which are not really designed for which are not designed to be submerged in water actually erodes easily. Okay. Just a little bit of fact regarding what I have observed in in some of the things that I saw during some of the constructions that we've done. And because my father was a or is a carpenter, and I was able to observe um, some of the problems that occurs when when something was built on top of or on something that it is not supposed to be built atop of. Ayun, for example, these houses. And since sometimes wood rots when nabubulok yung wood kapag nasa on top of water siya or submersed in water. Kaya mabilis din masira or gumuho yung mga ganitong bahay, which is very dangerous for those who live in there. Okay, so next is we have the quantitative research. So for the quantitative research, it is a process of collecting and analyzing numerical data in order to find relationships between patterns or order to make predictions. So one example where quantitative research is commonly used is in marketing in order to learn the most profitable ventures within an area or to rate customer satisfactions. So here are the methods of conducting a quantitative research. So we have the telephone surveys wherein a sales representative or the mismong researcher conducts the research using telephone or cell phone. For example, they can ask for the person's satisfaction rate or um, opinion about a certain products, and then they will just rate it. So that's how usually telephone surveys go. And then there is the personal interview, which is a one-to-one interview that is conducted in order to gain an understanding of the problem under study. For example, Um, One example of this is asking for example, if you are in a restaurant, some managers ask if you were satisfied with their service um and if you want to rate it. You may rate the satisfaction regarding how the way they prepare their food or the ambience in a hotel, ganon. Perso it can be conducted in a personal level, which is face to face. And next is the web survey. So this type of survey was commonly what was became more commonly used during the pandemic because since everyone was um, in quarantine or at their homes and they weren't able to go outside, it is much more efficient and less costly to conduct a web survey. So in this type of research, the researcher sends a group of respondents certain questionnaires that they have to answer. So it can be in the form of Google Forms and other they call that stuff na pwede kang mag-research or pwede kang mag-conduct ng survey. Could also be done using Facebook or certain polls. So next is the hybrid method. So when you say hybrid method, it is a combination of any of the previous three survey or methods of conducting research. For example, you may use telephone survey and web survey. So that is called a hybrid method because you are already using two different types of method in order to gather more information about something. And ayun, you can also or another what do you call this? Another sample is so you may use web survey and you may also use personal interview simultaneously in order to gather more information because more information means that you will be able to gather more data and it will be easier for you to discern if there ever there is a wrong information that was given to you. So ayun, since we are running out of time, I will probably do a um short session tomorrow. So we will just continue it tomorrow, but it will only take probably a couple of minutes. So yeah, yan. As you can see here, this is the web survey. Okay, thank you. But before you all go, let us all take a picture. You may open your cameras. So, and let us continue this tomorrow. You may open your cameras and I will take a picture. Wait, let me wait lang. Wait,